Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Will the Lakers win game 2 and tie it up 1-1? I'm not so sure of this, okay? I think the Lakers need a different strategy. It just can't be this. There's nothing with coming out and playing at a high level and giving it your all. But this is a different team, a different Lakers team. They did this against the Pelicans, and the Pelicans had a chance to win that game if it wasn't for Zion's injury. But, yeah, they did this against the Pelicans. They got lucky. They did this in the play-in. We all know the referees helped them out. And they did this against Denver. And there's nothing wrong with coming out and playing at a high level and balling out. The problem is they can't sustain this type of high-level play because they're not used to doing that, right? And we talked about this all year when I told you, I said the Lakers are not playing up to their full potential. And why? Because LeBron is old and AD is injury prone. So they can't turn it on all year. They have to play hard, play at a high level, and then bring it back down the next game. Then play at a high level, bring it down. To me, if LeBron got hurt, they would be better off. Now, I don't think they still would beat the Nuggets. I just don't think it would happen. But for them not to have LeBron holds them back and holds them down, not in the good sense. And the fact that LeBron comes out and gets his, like last year, what was LeBron doing? He came out and got his in the first 3 quarters and then bricked it up or disappeared against the Nuggets. They got to come out with a new strategy. They got to come out playing like even keel. I don't think they have the energy to be going up 10 and all this stuff on Denver. I think the only thing they can do is go basket for basket with Denver. They don't have the energy. For them to go up 10 and 12 points and stuff like that, they exhausted a lot of energy. And for a young team, that's no problem. But this team isn't used to exhausting that type of energy. And then being able to keep the lead against a good team. Now, they could do it against, maybe a bad team like, Charlotte, the Wizards, a team like that. They could jump out and, get a big lead and, straight coast. But they can't do this against Denver. That's what I'm trying to tell you. LeBron is going to have to see if he can defer. Because he's going to come out and hurt his team by getting his. He don't have that motor to keep going at the end of the game. Especially if he's barreling down the lane doing layups. That takes a lot, right? Even at Michael Jordan's the end of his career with the Bulls, pretty much a jump shooter. 97, 98, pretty much a jump shooter. Yeah, he slashed to the basket here and there, but for the most part, a jump shooter. And that's the problem with LeBron. He's never developed a jumper. I mean, if you watch as many times as he goes into the lane, this would be easy. All he has to come down and do, if he had a jumper, barrel down the lane and just pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Or Mike would just pull up from anywhere. It really didn't matter. He would kill you from anywhere. Any spot on the floor, he would kill you. So would Kobe. So I don't know. This really ain't a good look for LeBron because, as the game goes on into the fourth quarters, you got Porter Jr., you got Joker, and you got Gordon protecting the rim. And Gordon, he's the perfect match for LeBron James. One, he's younger. Two, I think he's more athletic than LeBron, especially at this point. At this point, I don't think there's any comparison. So he's a good fit to, you know, try to stop LeBron from barreling down the lane. So if the Lakers go down 0-2, this is what we're gonna hear. No big deal. We're gonna hear this from the LeBron media from Undisputed because now we got Skip. He's a LeBron fan. The greatest driver to the basket. What? In what era? The no-touch era? Oh, boy, they forget to say in this era with no great big man, right? In a positionless era, right? We didn't see that every time we lost in the finals, right? What happened to the greatest driver of the basket? So, and if you ever notice, when Skip became a LeBron fan is when he said that stuff about DeMar Hamlin. At first, he said he's not going to take any of it back. This is what he believes, everything like that. Maybe like a few days later, here comes Skip, just giving LeBron all kind of props. Because remember, before that, he wouldn't give LeBron nothing. He wouldn't talk good about LeBron. I've even heard him diss Jordan a couple of times since that DeMar Hamlin incident. But yeah, ever since the DeMar Hamlin incident and Skip got ridiculed, guess what? He's all over LeBron now. He says so many good things about LeBron and the Lakers and wow. This is why the show is doing bad and it's about to get canceled because I don't know if LeBron gave him some money or, his show's about to be canceled. So he started licking on LeBron after that DeMar Hamlin incident, but they're going to be looking on him. That's why they brought in Paul Pierce, and people thought it was going to be Paul Pierce going against LeBron, but it really hasn't been like that. They just brought in another person to lick on LeBron. So, we already know first things first is going to be licking on them, right? So if they go down 0-2, they're going to be saying, well, we still got 2 games at home. They can come back and tie them. And, hey, you can. I mean, it's never over. 0-2 is nothing. 1-3 or 3-1, whatever you want to call it. People done came back from that lead many a times in the playoffs. I guess only once in the finals. LeBron did it. But this is what we heard last year. Remember when they went down 3-1 against... No, they got swept. When they went down 0-3 against Denver, they start saying that, LeBron did came back from 3-1 before. LeBron came back from 3-1. Did he get swept? And then, we blamed it on the team. Not me, but they blamed it on the team. They blamed it on AD. They didn't blame it on LeBron. His fans. It was only about AD. Oh, he needed more help too. So these are the same scenarios we're going to be coming. They're going to be coming out with, for whatever happens tonight. Oh, we're going back to LA. That's going to be it. If he goes down 0-2, if he goes down 0-3. LeBron came back from a 3-1 lead against Golden State. They're going to repeat the same thing that they said last year. And if he gets swept, I mean, oh boy. And like I said before, the Lakers have 2 All-NBA guys, 2 Hall of Fame guys, 2 All-Star guys against Denver's what? Against Denver's what? Plumber, right? I don't care what Joker is doing as an all-time great center in this era. And I'm not trying to diss him. But you guys, the LeBron fans, all this is backfiring in your face. slow, athletic white guys. And the funny part is we never even heard of this before. Who said it? Nick Wright, a white guy. you you wouldn't even think somebody would say something like that, because if a black guy came out and said that, analyst or whatever on a debate show, he would have got in trouble. But it took Nick Wright, a white guy, to say this nonsense. So what does that tell you about the NBA in general as a league? If they got slow, unathletic white guys in the NBA, the NBA is trash then, right? I'm not saying that, but that's what they're saying. These guys aren't good enough to be in the NBA, that's what they're saying, whether it was in Jordan's era or in LeBron's era, right? That's what they're saying. Well, it's going to be interesting. They got the Knicks and they got the Sixers on tonight. We'll see what happens in that game. We got the Cavs and the Magic. Please get that series over. This is when the NBA should go back to its old format. This is just insane. Go back to 5 games. You got the play-in already. Change the format back to 5 games, the first round. And if you want to be serious, I mean, wow, get these teams a bye. Go back to the bye. The first round, whoever had the highest seed get the bye. Something like that. Okay, if you're going to make it 7 games, a 1 against an 8, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It for what? Yeah, they're making money at the arena, but how much money are you making from TV? Nobody's watching this crap. It's trash. So look, they're not going to accept that. What I'm trying to say, as far as them, trying to stay. Look, that's what LeBron said all the time. He said, "Oh, I stay even keel." That's what he said on his podcast. Okay, why don't you guys do that and not try to rush out to a big lead and use all your energy? Because if you saw what happened, Denver was just missing shots. That's all that was happening. And I'm saying, well, if you guys just come out and go bucket for bucket just about with these guys, you should be fine, because you don't want to use all that energy trying to win this game, trying to get ahead by 10 or 12 or something like that, because you guys aren't that good of a team to be doing that. This is not what you wanted to do all year, right? You didn't want to be in the top 5 in the standings. You lollygagged around all year and didn't play up to your full potential, because you knew you could make the playoffs by playing in the play-in. You knew that because you knew the West is fugazi. So it's going to be hard for you to beat some of these teams in a 7-game series. Like the Clippers, like Denver. If you get past Denver, I'm not too sure you can do it with OKC. It's just gonna be hard for them to be able to play this hard for a 7-game series or all game against a high-level team and a fast team, a more physical team. I feel like, when I'm watching LeBron teams, I'm just watching dudes out there shooting the ball. Not really out there, not really out there doing X's and O's, playing as a team. They're just playing basketball. It just looks like a pickup game, right? It just looks like a pickup game. So I got Denver in this game. Why not? I just don't think, I think Denver can just fool with these guys. They could just play around with these guys. I don't think they really got what it takes. I don't know if I'm gonna just turn the volume off. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it through this whole game. Really, it don't come on. It don't come on until 10 o'clock. So I don't know if I'll be able to make it through the whole game. we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't think the Lakers really don't have the defenders um, to stop Denver. Another thing, what I think is going to happen, if they end up losing this game and they come close to losing game 3, I think LeBron's going to fake an injury. AD or LeBron, here comes a phantom injury. That way, if they get swept, they can say, "Oh man, LeBron didn't play that whole series. AD didn't play the whole series." It's going to be something like that. It's going to be something like that. So that's what I think is going to happen. Because if they get, look, I don't know how much. I don't really know how much more the Lakers could have gave. Because like I said, Denver was missing shots. So if Denver wasn't missing shots, the Lakers wouldn't have went into the locker room with a lead in the first place. I don't think Denver would have been blowing them out because the Lakers were playing good. But I think Denver may have went into the locker room with a 4-point lead, tell you the truth, if they wasn't missing all them shots. It wasn't like, the Lakers were like defending them to where, they were stopping them from scoring and stuff like that. They was just missing a lot of shots. Wide open shots too. They was wide open. So it wasn't like, So you guys tell me what you think. A lot of people overreacted to that first game because they had a right to, because LeBron didn't show up in the fourth quarter. If they would have just lost, going down with a fight or something like that, people would not have reacted. But the fact that LeBron just disappeared, it gave people a lot to talk about, So tell me what you think.